Hello and welcome back to Joyless Gaming and Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, I still hate it. That's not going to change, I don't think, but...
Jugabro.
New character. Spawn. Everybody's excited, everybody thinks he's amazing and breaks the meta and all that sort of stuff. Frankly, I think he's just alright. But... anyway, it's my usual thing. And easy. I just go for brutalities and get the ending and maybe voice some thoughts and opinions and shit as I play, if I can do that, because I have a difficulty talking and playing at the same time. We'll see.
Only one of us walks out of here.
You've sinned on a scale reserved for gods.
And you can't beat that.
Everybody's seen that one.
Fight.
So, very basic universal thing you can get, and it's good damage. That sometimes works. Oops. That should have been a down 1 into a standing 2, but... yeah, so, I mean, anyway... everybody's all obsessed with this move. Oh, he didn't break away. It didn't work. I didn't get my extra pop-up because he didn't break away. And that right there is sort of basically sums up my opinion of everyone thinking this thing is amazing.
Finish him.
Where was the amplify?
Mercy.
Okay. Right. There it is.
I'll be waiting.
Spawn wins.
So anyway, yeah, that move breaks armor. Everybody's excited because they're like, oh, I hate when my opponent does a breakaway and gets out of my combo and then somehow magically punishes me, because that's what it actually means, right? Breakaway equals full combo punish, right? It's not like you could do something else that is not massive on recovery and give you better confirms and maybe even actually give you more damage, which people figured out back in the fucking beta, but a whole bunch of idiots never paid attention to that.
Your sulfur stench is putrid.
I've seen alley trash worth more than you.
For that, I'll have your head.
Round 1.
Nice cleavage. Anyway. Aw, she didn't break away. She didn't break away. Oh, I don't get my extra pop-up. Yeah, everyone is like, oh, you know, everyone should have an armor-breaking move, because then it'll force my opponent to think about whether or not they should do a breakaway. Which completely ignores the fact that the people who like this mechanic, or like this move, never think about the fact that their opponent can do a breakaway. They're always caught off guard by their opponent doing a breakaway because they're never ready for it.
Finisher.
Oh, I was a bit close for that. Whoops. Yeah.
Hell's been waiting for you.
Spawn wins.
Yeah, if you can't tell, my opinion on the whole, like, anti-breakaway move is that it's only praised and celebrated by the people who are wanting brain-dead gameplay, who just want to, like, you know, they're always annoyed that their opponent can somehow get out of their combo, and it's like, oh, this method that lets them get out of my combo also lets them punish me if I do a massively unsafe on, you know, on whiff move, and I couldn't be bothered to remember that that's an option that my opponent has.
My enhancements beat yours.
Your words mean nothing to me, rookie.
Nobody calls me rookie.
Round one. Fight!
Hey, where was my amplify? Whoop. Whip. Ah. Oh, and I didn't get anything off of it because I wasn't ready for it to work all of a sudden.
Round two. Fight.
You think... Damn it. What? Yeah. I don't know, I'm feeling like I'm going to turn this video into a long rant about
Been waiting for you.
about the idiots who are celebrating this
Spawn wins.
armor-breaking move.
Flawless victory.
I've even seen people making comments on other people's streams and videos about how like they've lost so many games because of breakaway. And I was like, you didn't lose because of breakaway. You lost because you failed to ever adapt to a basic mechanic that's in the game, and your opponent used it, you weren't ready for it, and you lost the game because you suck. You should have something fun to say to...
You look like a hugger. Bring it in. I'll turn you inside out, ass first, clown.
Ugh.
I love it when they talk dirty.
Round one.
Mm-hmm.
Fight.
I've already done that brutality, haven't I? Oh, he didn't break away. See, this is the thing about this thing. All of a sudden you're thinking, yeah, it'll make my opponent think about whether or not they do a breakaway. Okay, say they do, and
Round two.
they don't do it when you want them to. Oh, you've done less damage than you might have wanted to, and you've spent a bar. Oh dear. You wanted them to break away, and they didn't. And you've done less damage because of it. Which one am I doing this time? Oh.
Brutality.
I'll be waiting.
Also,
Spawn wins.
I should take this... I mean, I should have said this sooner, but I apologize if this kind of looks like shit, and or if the game sounds like shit. I'm still trying to sort out my new computer. It might just sound kind of shitty to me. Hopefully I sound better, because I've got a new microphone. This is assuming, of course, anybody actually watches this video. And, yeah, I'm having great difficulty figuring out whether or not it's my monitor or my settings that are making things look sort of high contrast. I mean, some things are too bright, some things are too dark.
Peace with the Netherrealm is impossible.
What if there's a regime change?
Is your aim peace or power?
Round one.
I mean, that's an interesting thing to say coming from Revenant Katana there. Damn it! Alright, fine. Get out of the corner so I can get this crushing blow. Oh, then she, yeah, and she does a breakaway. See? You gotta be ready for it. You think your opponent is just mindlessly mashing down and block every time they get launched? And you're just gonna throw this out? Well, if they're not mindlessly doing it, like, maybe they're actually good and they're aware that you have this mechanic and they adapt their playstyle to it, you're going to fail because you refuse to adapt. And that's coming from me. I mean, seriously, I am fucking terrible at this. I've got at least the forward throw one, right? Which ones have I not done? Oh, I've got the chain one, that's right.
Spawn wins.
I have to hold... I might have to check that. Yeah, sorry if anyone actually is watching this and you're annoyed listening to me rant about all of the idiots who are... Like, as I said, I mean, I really loathe this game. There's so much about it that I hate. The breakaway isn't really a problem. If you're losing games because of it, you suck!
Hellspawn of the 8th Sphere.
Show me your dark side.
You shall not pass.
Round 1.
Alright.
Fight.
Gandalf. Ow. Can I get this crushing blow? Nope. Ow. Damn it! See, that alone, I mean, in terms of being able to be ready for your opponent to do a breakaway.
Fight.
If you want to counter their, break their armor, you have to immediately go into the war club. But if you're doing a regular combo, like if you're in, his launcher variation, and you land that, then you've got the 2-4 follow-up, and if they do a breakaway, you've got plenty of time to just stop. Alright, I think... Oi, oi!
Finish him.
There we go.
Another soul comes out of both.
A lot of chains.
Spawn wins.
Yeah, I've spent almost every game just complaining about idiots, and yeah. It seriously is. If you're having so much trouble because your opponent can break away, remember that they can break away. I mean, like, they've not necessarily succeeded in making this a proper sort of grounded, neutral footsie game with, like, they've slowed the pace a bit. It's still kind of fast. I mean, pokes are the part of the meta, so, they're pretty quick.
Nobody questions my loyalty.
Oh, yeah.
There's a snake in every operation.
You don't want to be starting something?
Round 1. Fight.
What was the one I haven't done? Ooh, I apologize for this. I've done the forward and back throw. Done that one. Done that one. The chain one, isn't it? Yeah, the chain one. Hold forward during down, back, forward, down. That's it. Yeah. I put this on the variation ostensibly so that it would have a side switching ender.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay. It's a low.
brutality.
I'll be waiting.
Spawn wins.
Yeah. Basically, because I figured, this is the thing, this is just my opinion of it, a lot of his best stuff is actually in his base kit. Now, you can give him a 2-slot launcher. Doesn't necessarily make him any better, because, like I said, it's not quite as much damage, but I think you'd be surprised how often you're going to land a back 1-2, because it's a good spacing tool for whiff punishes and what have you.
I have been expecting you.
But yeah, I mean, what do I know?
Round 1. Fight.
Streamed this the other day, like launch day, and ow. If they made it so Chronica couldn't block, that'd be okay. Damn it. It's a really basic combo for, 31% for 1 bar. Or you could, do less and have the plus on hit restand. Alright. Ow. Oh, of course. It's Scorpion. I've got chains too, huh? Yeah. But he's got a, great universal ender in down back 3. Like I said, I think you'll find yourself getting the back 1-2 far more often than you'd think. Okay, well, we've seen this many times.
I'd snuffed out every devil in hell until Netherrealm invaders showed up to piss me off. It would have cost a lot of power fighting them alone. But they were being hunted by my new friends. Call them Fire and Ice. They argue constantly, which is why I usually like to roll solo. But when it comes to killing demonic assholes, these guys don't flinch. I can get along with that. The Grandmasters tipped me off to Chronica. Said she was resurrecting some Netherrealm god named Shinnok. But that's not happening on my watch. Chronica's just as much a devil as Malvosia. Both make promises, both tell lies. Both underestimate me. That's why I'll make a new hell for them, where they can burn together for eternity. The Netherrealm's locked down, but there's still 8 hells left to purge. It's time to bring up the reserves. I made choices in my life that sealed my fate. I'm beyond redemption. But even the damned are capable of doing some good. So all you devils out there, making false promises and spewing lies, we're coming. And you don't have a chance in hell.
Nice line. I will say, though, Keith David is fucking awesome. Well, that was, yeah, I mean, that was a thing. That was a thing I did. And if you watched it, then thanks. That's more than I expect of anyone, really. And, I can't say I'm excited for the future of the game. But then again, I'm not terribly excited for the future at all. Whatever. Bye for now.